So now I'd like to bring up our presenting sponsor, John Phillips, who will give you a greeting. What a beautiful crowd.
And a beautiful day to welcome such fine guests today. I was 16 or so, laying in my bed in Mobile, Alabama, a kid of the Mississippi and Alabama Gulf Coasts. Just kind of book upside down, you know how we all are. And we didn't hear as much about A Time to Kill until after the next two. But going through book after book after book with a grandfather and a great-grandfather who attended Ole Miss Law School, who I never got to meet, they predeceased me. And I kind of learned how to walk in their steps. As Harper Lee said, to crawl in their skin through novelists like we have here honoring today. And you know, through characters like Mitch McDeere, you know, learning probably more than I learned, and I know we got some lawyers here, learn more about the law than maybe you did in law school through the efforts of John Grisham. And, you know, you practice law for 10 years in Jacksonville. We moved from Mobile to Jacksonville in 2001 and practiced 10 years and wondered when I was ever going to get my Jake Brigance case. And, you know, they're rare. And then we got a few. And we got cases where police respond to loud music and shoot through a closed garage door, and a jury awards a $4 verdict and follows you home, not by request, in between trial days. Or the story of Jordan Davis, who many of you know as locals, or the recent $500 million verdict where we got to be the kind of the hero that the reckoning has maybe in it. And, you know, cases where we challenge the 25th Amendment as well as the First Amendment when an author has been had an NDA filed against her. And in cases that you know, stack up and during the $4 civil rights verdict trial, I re-looked at Time to Kill. And it still gets me. I've read it more than I've read any other book. And it still gets me. And that's the thing. You know, it's not 40 books or you know, the work that goes into libraries and bookstores that these two men have put out as well as anybody has in this country. But it's the people that they inspire and the messages they give. And The Reckoning, you know, The Reckoning has that in it. It addresses Jim Crow. It's an important book. If you haven't read it, now you have a copy. But when we found out Mr. Grisham was coming to town, you know, we hopped on as a sponsor. And, you know, I've given a TEDx talk and talks before jurors, and this is probably the most nervous I've been in years. But seriously, we want to thank both of you for being here, and we look forward to learning more from you. Thank you.